it's not your world, it's not something that you see all the time, it's not something that's innate to a person. Like, then the people who are creating or doing things, they're not really thinking about the people in visually impaired or blind people.
Hey Grill fam, I'm Jasmine Hardy, senior video producer at The Grill. October is Blindness Awareness Month, so today I'm chatting with inventor, author, CEO of Braille Code Inc., Gracie Benedict Kane. Gracie is on a mission to help children who are blind or visually impaired become more independent. Gracie, thank you so much for joining me today. How are you?
I am great. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
I'm excited. We've been talking for so long to make this happen, so I'm glad we are finally here today to shed light on the work that you are doing. It's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's a blessing.
So, for those who don't know, just tell us a little bit about Braille Code Inc. and what inspired you to create this business.
Well, Braille Code Inc. was inspired by my son. I'm my 15-year-old son now. He was born with septo-optic nerve dysplasia. He is legally blind. I call him legally blind and wonderfully made because he came with so much. And he's the reason why I started Braille Code. It actually came to me as almost like a revelation. I saw Braille on patches and then to put on clothes, and then it kind of led up to a whole, a whole business thing to put everything together for blind and visually impaired people. And then I wrote my book because there was no characters out there for blind and visually impaired kids. There's no characters to look up to for them. These characters are three mice who are friends navigating the sighted world.
Yes, I have the book right here for those who can see. Thank you for sending it to me, and I had the chance to go through it. And what I noticed is that it's showing that yes, these people are blind, visually impaired, but they have goals and dreams too. Now, do you feel like that's a misconception when it comes to people who are visually impaired?
Absolutely. And I always say it starts with the parents. You got to give them that vision and give them let them know that you're able, no matter what special needs you have, you're able. And a lot of people, I even see when we walk down the street, how people react and how people say, I'm sorry, or, apologize for his special need. And we're like, he's completely awesome. You don't know him. Your perception of him is that, but he's so much more than what you see. And that was my mission and goal as a parent, to be that way with him, give him his space and let him be who he is and hone his craft as he grows. And as he was growing and learning, I wanted to be that parent to allow him to be himself. And he showed me so much. I mean, he gave me Braille Code Inc. By watching him, I was able to have this business, honestly. How you feel about toys in stores?
Well, the unfair thing about them is that they're not labeled in Braille like other products.
Right.
And, well, products aren't being labeled in Braille in general.
Yeah.
And they should do that because blind and visually impaired adults, they need to shop for the products they need or for what their kids want.
The thing is that the sighted world is not really, they don't really consider us per se. Yes, there's certain things out there, but we are so behind on things that blind and visually impaired people need when it comes to clothing, when it comes to products, when it comes to books, even them having the accessibility of that. It's few and far between. And when it comes to just things that they need on a daily basis, we have to invent it. We have to try to create a way to help them become independent, which is why I started, I did this, I created and patented my footwear label and have patent pending things for the clothes. So I'm very excited about it. And I'm glad that I'm implementing this because it's a great need. There's a great need out there for that.
So, tell us more about the Braille labels.
So my Braille labels consist of right and left, and it has a number system for pairing. So let's say a blind person who is going to get their shoe, or they're messy and they can't find their shoe, it has the number system with, it has R1 and L1, R2, L2, R3, L3. And with the patent, it's a number system that doesn't end. And it has the letter R, the number 1, and then the Braille letter R and the Braille number 1. And it's the same for the left. So that's what it is actually a dual directional cue label for people who are visually impaired, people who are blind, and even for children who are learning how to put their shoes on. Sighted kids can actually use it as well, by looking into the label and seeing the R and the L. They can put it together, and even the pairing, where's my R1, where's my L1, to pair it up together. It's risen up to be felt, and to the touch, actual letters and the Braille. So that is what my labels consist of for every footwear.
So the Braille labels, they're not available right now, but what if someone wanted to try the samples? Like, what would be the process for that?
Well, the process would be to contact me, because I have prototypes here. I'm excited about my prototypes because it's very tactile, and I've been sending it to blind people and community, to people who actually could be able to get back to me and let me know what they think about it. But I do have samples here of my prototypes of that.
And so where can people go to purchase the book?
I am on Amazon.com, and you could personally reach out to me, and I could actually personally send it with a signed copy. And I also have some Braille copies. Some of the Braille copies I have, they're kind of limited for now. It is very expensive to make, so I do have limited copies, but I do have an inventory here of books, as you can see up there.
What advice would you give to parents who may have children who are blind or visually impaired, and they're just struggling with giving that child independency?
It's scary. It's so scary. It's so scary to free yourself from that. I have 3 kids, and I tell you, I'm like that with all 3. I'm like, where you going? It's this thing of, it's instinct. It's instinctual for you to be that way. With a visually impaired child, you have to even kind of push back a little more, to be honest. When it comes to that, I want parents to know, don't worry about what people say. That's one thing. Forget about what society is thinking about your child. Focus on your child and back away at the same time. Give them their space. And I promise you, as a parent, when you do that, when you allow your child to be themselves and to allow them to be more independent little by little, by showing them the way and then falling back, you'll be shocked at how much they can show you, their capacity. If you're constantly on them and you're constantly coddling, it doesn't help. It becomes a disservice, totally a disservice to your child. You got to always think, I'm not going to always be there. I have to back off a little bit and allow them to try to navigate the world on their own. It's super important. And I know now, I'm a witness to that at 15, now Wani's being 15, there's so much that he does on his own that people even surprised that he does it. And when you have company sometimes, oh wait, he's done, he's already dressed. Yeah, he dresses himself. He puts stuff away in the dishwasher. He cleans up after himself. He of course he bathes and does all that, grooms himself. He does a lot on his own. And now we're vacuuming. Anything that I see he has the capacity for, I push him to do it. It's super important. Even if he does it wrong, he has to do it.
Gracie, thank you so much for taking the time out to chat with me, to share Wani's story. And I look forward to keeping in contact with you and just being able to support you any way that I can. And thank you for the work that you are doing and also educating me today. So it was a great conversation.
Thank you.